Can I say I'm going when we pick our songs or pick our albums at the end of the show? I said, you guys gave me what I wanted, so I will punish myself. And I put 2 albums in there that are going to be very punishing to listen to. So,
okay. Because I will also say that my theme for this month was 2 bad albums as well. So,
oh yeah, that's going to be great. Then you might have 2 of the same albums.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
I think one of them is such a possible album that we would both. I'm gonna be so mad if you have one of my that, because I know I feel like, well, you could also, because there were 2 ways that I thought about it. I was like, I could do second or third albums, you know what I mean, where it's like that's a real good way to find a bad nu metal album.
Yes,
is to just check the third album, the one that had to come out in like 2005.
Yeah, there weren't too many bands whose third album was really good. Korn, you got Follow the Leader. Deftones, you got White Pony. Limp Bizkit, you got Chocolate Starfish. But then after that, it gets very dire.
You're talking about the top of the top bands,
yes.
though. Like Coal Chamber's second album is so bad.
Yes.
It's so incredibly bad. And remember how much we liked the first one?
The first one was very fun. I liked the first one a lot.
I think maybe I bought the second one and had it in my car and just never put it in a CD player because I was so excited. This album has a lot of this too. I was so excited before it came out because of the massive amount of guests on the album, which is like more of a rap thing.
Yeah.
And it is a metal thing, but like it's so fucking exciting that they had a cover of Shock the Monkey with Ozzy Osbourne in it. But then when I listened to it, I was like, this is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. This is so bad.
It's also, you're right. Like nu metal obviously took a lot from rap, and it does seem like every nu metal band had their like guest era. You know, like obviously Follow the Leader has a ton of guests on it for Korn. Limp Bizkit never really went down the guest. Oh no, I guess they did.
Oh God,
what am I talking about? Yeah, Chocolate Starfish they have the Roland Urban Assault vehicle with like 40 rappers on it, and Exhibit was on a track, and then Method Man obviously and In Together Now, and then even Deftones. Like Deftones had Maynard on Passenger on White Pony.
Well, the Limp Bizkit had like my favorite one, which is Scott Weiland and I think Jonathan Davis. That song,
Nobody Like You.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of my favorite nu metal songs. Period. I just
go.
They got the best out of everybody on that. On Significant Other, everybody that did it, they were like, well, we got the best. They like it seemed like people were trying, which is really weird because like, why would you try for an album? I guess because by the time they're recording this album, Faith has hit.
And
people are gonna buy the fuck out of this album because you can like there are albums that we've listened to where they have guests where you can tell the guest is like, I don't need this.
Not interested. Yeah. Well, it is kind of like the rapping guests on the Limp Bizkit albums, I feel like, are kind of always like that because they just know that it's so easy to out-rap Fred Durst. So they're like, well, you know, I just go 50% and I'm going to be better than this guy. So,
but I think I honestly think a lot of rappers liked Limp Bizkit.
Like, I think so too. It feels like everybody likes Fred in general. It just seems like people like Fred.
Well, even now, like, you know, you could ask that, and like a lot of rappers would probably be like, "Yeah, I like Limp Bizkit." I mean, it's kind of I've always found Limp Bizkit to be almost the perfect combination of the two things, rap and metal. I did go see a cover band this weekend.
You did. That's not surprising because you do love covers,
but I hate going places.
So your love for covers outweighed your hate for going places.
I actually really like Katie. My wife's brother is in a cover band.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, how did you possibly end up seeing a cover band? That makes sense.
And they play almost every weekend, and they're great. They're fucking really good, like unbelievably good. And like where it's like, sometimes, I mean, with music, it happens so much more with music. You go see your friend's music, and you're like, ugh,
oh, totally
this sucks. I got to get out of here. You know what I mean?
No,
like you're trying to figure out how to leave before they're off stage, but you're like, well, I have to talk to them after they get off stage. But he's in this cover band where they play like 90s covers.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, John, they fucking ripped it. It's like I downloaded what I want to hear in this guy's brain. They played Stay by Lisa Loeb.
Great
and then
song.
They followed it with Torn by Natalie Imbruglia.
Great song.
And then they're like, hey, how would you like to hear a little bit of Possum Kingdom by the Toadies?
Wow.
So they're playing Possum Kingdom, right? And my wife is like, oh, I didn't know this came out in 1994. I was like, the reason is because this is the best song ever made. I've never met somebody who's like, I don't like Possum Kingdom.
It's a great song. And
it's been on the radio since that day, since 1994. So I think a lot of people think it came out in their time because it's so weird. That is such a fucking metal band cover, like layup. You know what I mean? Possum Kingdom is such a layup for a heavy metal band to cover that. It's pretty surprising that you haven't heard, because they also played Zombie.
Oh, great song. Tough to sing though. How'd the singer handle that?
So it was my brother-in-law's girlfriend, and she's fucking great.
Nice.
She did Zombie. She did What's Up by Four Non.
Oh yeah, that's not easy.
Both of them sounded exactly like, it was insane. They were so good. But
so you had a good time.
And then what happened?
Were you dancing? Or were you and Katie dancing?
When we were leaving, Kate's like, I'm glad you came with me, because she's always wanting to go, and I'm always like, I'd rather not go anywhere, period.
Yeah.
But she always goes to movies for me and stuff. So I just was like, I'll go. Let's just go. Let's go. But I was like, I was thinking in my mind, like, I'm in a good mood and I'm having like a really good time, but I'm not going to dance. So it looks like I'm in a fucking bad mood, and I'm just kind of standing there, but I'm like kind of mouthing the lyrics or whatever. That was how I was trying to show I was having fun, because I assume
right. You don't want people judging you like, oh, geez, this band's playing a hit after hit, and this guy hates it.
There was a couple that were fucking just going at it to Black Hole Sun. Like,
I think I saw your tweet about that. They were getting
like really grinding on each other. Like that this guy, man, I don't know. He gets horny to some different music than most people.
Black Hole Sun, I can't say is really one that where I'm like, ooh, baby, light my fire. Let's go.
Like Dishwalla, so I can fucking get hurt.
Dishwalla, great song. Counting Blue Cars.
Yeah. I don't mind that one.
That's a good song. Yeah,
I think it's funny because I was into new metal from, I guess it would be 94. I think I got into Pantera, which isn't new metal, but it is very heavy. And
that ended your relationship with like 90s radio.
With alt radio, yeah. And also working at I was working at Chuck E. Cheese at the time, and all the guys in the kitchen loved all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they love,
The
radio's playing Bush, Possum. Possum. They were playing like Bush and Dishwalla and Everclear and Third Eye. And
we get some Tonic in
there. Yeah. And these are these guys, like they love it, and I hated it. And I don't even know if like I really hated it. I think I just wanted to be different from the adults that were working at Chuck E. Cheese.
Did you now? Here's the real question. They're a 90s alternative cover band. Which Gin Blossom song did they play?
I don't remember. Hey Jealousy.
Okay,
that's Gin Blossom. Yeah, they played Hey Jealousy. I mean,
that's not my favorite Gin Blossom song. I feel like I would rather hear Follow You Down or oh my God, what's the love song? It's like something about you, or I don't know. Till I hear it from you. The most impressive. I love Gin Blossoms.
Really?
Oh yeah, fucking great. Gin Blossoms are a great band. That Allison Road I think that's the name of it.
Emerson Road.
It's so good. That whole album is phenomenal.
I got to tell you, they did play Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, but the song that I think impressed me the most, besides
Iris is a great song also.
Besides the songs that Rory's girlfriend sang, which were great, is that they did Black by Pearl Jam, which feels like a very hard song to do.
Yeah.
And I think I always had in my mind that they did that. For some reason, in my mind, I was like, they do this with like an orchestra, right? Like they have a string section for the string section for this song. No, they don't. I'm watching them play it, and I'm like, that's all fucking guitars. And then it's just a guitar player going, that's not like a choir, which I always found that song to sound so huge, but it's one of my favorites, Black by Pearl Jam. I'm a big, huge
song. Sorry, yeah, Allison Road, I think, is their greatest hits album, maybe. But yeah, it's crazy. The first Gin Blossoms record came out in '89. I didn't even know that. I thought they were like strictly a '90s band.
I think
Dusted was the first album, and that has Hey Jealousy and Found Out About You on it. And Found Out About You is also an awesome song.
I just think some of those 90s songs were so good that they just kept playing them on the radio through that whole
totally.
That whole era was, I mean, there's stuff I hate. Like they played Lit, and I'm like, you don't have to play Lit.
That's a great song though.
The My Own Worst Enemy.
Yeah, great song.
I don't know. I'm doing You Make Me Completely Miserable, maybe. I don't like those guys, the Lit guys. And it's because, like, I sometimes do a series with Alexander Edward from Minion Death Cult called Butt Fest, where we talk about butt rock. And, like, the stuff I learned, like, those guys, do you know those guys that own a restaurant?
Lit?
Yeah, I
believe it.
When I'm in California.
You should go there. Lit does seem like the type of band that would own a restaurant.
The brothers Popov own a restaurant.
Oh, is that their name? The Popov brothers? I don't know anything about Lit other than My Own Worst Enemy is a sick song. That's all I have.
Oh man, restaurant. All right. The Popov brothers restaurant. Oh, they're giving me fucking other thing. Let me see here. California. All right, here we go.
Is it a Mexican restaurant? I feel like I'm gonna bet that it's like a.
Oh, it is. Okay. Debut new country. Oh no, they're a country band now too. That's the other thing.
Lit?
Yes.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, they've gone straight up to country.
They've gone woke.
But they're not woke.
Country, the famous woke music.
It is the last refuge of guys who just want to. And listen, I want to make money doing what I do. And if it came down to having to do a podcast about country music instead of new metal, I would do it.
You would?
Oh, here it is. Okay. Lit singer AJ Popov opens Fullerton Salon, New Food in Little Saigon. It's called KKBB.
So it's like what, Asian fusion?
Oh, probably. And then, of course, there's an ad that
I knew it would be some kind of like Mexican or yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just very funny.
Called KKBB.
I think that's what it is called. Yeah. There's so many articles about them.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Is that the
KKBB? Is that what you said?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang Lounge Bar.
That sounds like a Popov gimmick. I also don't like.
I mean, it looks kind of nice, actually.
Oh yeah, I was talking about.
It's like it's like a lounge in Koreatown.
Yeah,
looks like they have live music.
Well, yeah, of course.
Lit. This is owned by the Lit guy.
Me and Chris just did Seth MacFarlane guys, and I was talking about how like the worst thing in the world to me is that crooner shit. The Rat Pack
Sure.
stuff.
Okay.
Like that's the vibe I would think they would have at their restaurant, because they just seem like the kind of, because they did that in My Own Worst Enemy. They're like at the bowling alley and all that fucking tiki stuff, and they're like Frank Sinatra, he's a great singer, such a great man, and stuff like that, or Dean Martin, like that stuff I hate. I once got yelled at a comedy show for saying that in Las Vegas, that somebody said something and I was just like, oh, fuck the Rat Pack. And the guy was like, get out of Vegas then, like from the bathroom.
You can't be here, you can't be in this city.
I mean, how could you look at me and think, oh, well, I guess I just look like a guy that would be into the Rat Pack in some way. Even
do you? I don't think you do at all.
Thank you, John, because I hate those guys. I hate that shit. Dan's like either mad at me or he's agreeing with me.
I'm pissed off, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like you're attacking my heritage when you say you don't like the Rat Pack. So.
Well, I do. I am attacking Italians.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, this isn't a restaurant that the lit guy owns. He owns a fucking hair salon.
That's even fucking weirder, though.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, totally different thing. Lit singer AJ Popoff opens Fullerton Salon, and then it's in the same article they're talking about a new food place in Little Saigon. It says AJ Popoff and Sublime manager Mike Cheese Brown recently opened the salon at 229 West Commonwealth Avenue. Popoff, known back in the day for a rockabilly coif, is getting behind the barber chair after years of doing bandmates' hair for fun. He recently attended barber college in Los Angeles. I was always obsessed with changing my hair, he said, dyeing his hair to black, a la Elvis Presley. I was always cutting other guys in my band's hair. I always had fun doing it. About 2 years ago, Popoff met with Brown to talk music, but ended up talking about Brown's successful hair salons in Indiana, also called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. His girlfriend is a stylist who got him interested in it. When he's not touring or working, Popoff plans to do it all when it comes to hair salon services. I think it would be cool to get a haircut and shave from the dude from Lit, Brown said with a laugh. And so, yeah, I think he had to call it KKBB because there is already the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in LA, the restaurant / club.
It is very, very funny to me that the guy that had maybe the worst hair thing I've ever seen in my life, he's long beard, right? Long braided beard.
Who, Popoff?
Yeah,
I don't think he had a long beard.
Wait a minute, my own worst enemy.
Did he?
I feel like
no.
He had an annoying hairdo.
Yeah, he had he had like the Elvis like pomp. He had like the pompadour. But no, he never had like a long braided beard. He had like a soul patch in the My Own Worst Enemy video. He's got a soul patch and he's got like Elvis sideburns and like a big hair.
Guitar player had an annoying beard.
Oh, okay.
And like, I can't share my screen over here.
Oh, I'm seeing the annoying beard on the guitar player. That's gross.
Well, at least it's not him running.
Oh, that is nasty, especially combined with that hair. Oof. It's got like bleach blonde kind of mullet-like hair and then like a braided beard. Oof.
I don't want to get my hair cut by like...
I will say, Bryan, I'm going to send you a link right now. This is an incredibly funny soul patch that you could have. Let me see here. Well, just like that, like a person could have. Let me see.
Open. I'll get one if you think that's important for me.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to open the image. There we go. Check this out. This is a really good. It's just like it's the smallest soul patch you've ever seen, and it's like off kilter. It's like not straight down. It's just like a tiny little. I just dropped it in the chat here in the. Like it's not even lined up. It's like crooked off to the side.
I guess like guys like that do like because I went and got my haircut at like you go and they all have the like great haircuts, but you want it to be like, I think when you're getting your haircut, you want the person to have like normal guy hair so that that they can actually cut hair like a normal guy would want.
It does feel I feel like when you go, because I got my hair cut in a salon for a long time, and it feels like it's different. Like for a stylist of women's hair, usually it's like you want them to have like some crazy fucked up hairdo. It's like they have some weird cut or they've got like a rainbow dye job or whatever. And they're just like, see, this is how good I am at cutting hair. And I feel like when you go into a barber shop, you just want them all to have like tight haircuts. You're like, good. Yeah. Just the regular thing, please.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and maybe maybe I could make a friend again. Like the rockabilly hairdo. Yeah. I'm like, okay, the rockabilly hairdo makes me think like, okay, I can.
What do you mean? Maybe you could make a friend again?
Remember that guy hates me because he's not listening to anything like that I do. He hates my guts because I made fun of rockabilly.
Oh yeah, true.
The most mad anybody's ever got at me, but the rockabilly hairdo seems like it takes some work.
Oh, it definitely, it takes some work for sure.
Oh, dude,
I mean, my hair's getting a little long, so if I just kind of like spike it up like that, like it's not full rockabilly, but I've got a little bit of the like.
When I was reviewing it, they were fucking talking about the process, and
I know, but like I'm just saying, imagine I just went like kind of a little straight back and then over. Like this is kind of.
I used to always want to brush my hair when I was a kid.
I'm getting close.
And I had hair, I would brush it straight back and like wet it and hairspray it. And then every time I'd walk down the basement, my dad be like, or walk out to go to school, my dad's like, nice hair, slick. And then I would go change it because he called me slick.
I remember I dyed my hair blonde when I was like 13. Because the style at the time in Ontario was to get a mushroom cut and you dyed the top blonde and the underneath like you left it brown. So I had that, and I remember I saw my grandpa for the first time and he said, "How's it going, Betty?"
Yeah. A guy because
I dyed my hair blonde that made me a woman, I guess.
I had purple hair and painted my nails like. Oh, I wouldn't paint my nails like my wife Katie would paint my nails, but I'd be like, you got to do it like gunmetal gray. Like the name had to sound like something a man would be into. So it was always gunmetal, and she paint my nails. I go work.
I need fucking pussy purple.
Yeah, well, no, that would not be one I would get, but throbbing hard penis purple might work.
I need hard cock beige.
Yeah, I would go to work, and there was these fucking guys because it was not it wasn't a country club, but it wasn't a public golf course, right? It was called a golf club.
Okay,
and I worked there as a dishwasher, which mainly entailed like washing dishes every hour or so and then drawing Hitler mustaches on everybody in the newspaper. Most of the other time and smoking cigarettes in the back. So anyway, like this guy called me princess all the fucking time. And I'm like, I mean, I always was like, this sucks, man, because I could whip this guy's ass if I want to. He's like 60. You know what I mean? And I have to just put up with this shit. This 60-year-old man. I got fucking.
We should go whip his ass now. We should go find him and whip his ass now. He's probably like 85 now. We can easily kick his ass. You and me just roll up on him, P.O.D. Kast style. Just can whip this old guy's ass.
Can you imagine a guy hating your guts? Like the guy just like remembered me all the time. Like I go to the same restaurants all the time, and I don't know anybody at any of the restaurants, and that's maybe mean or whatever, but I tip well and, I do what I can, but I'm just not paying attention, So this guy like remembered me every day and was like, "Hey, princess, how's it going?" It's like, fuck you, man. What do you do? Work at a computer all day?
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. I'll fuck you up. Let's fucking do this.
All right. This month,
you motherfucker.